up, buddy? D23 this week. What are you excited for?
Deadpool 3. Excited to see Ryan Reynolds in some tights.
Nice! Ahsoka. I already know it's going to be a way better series, man. I'm so excited.
I don't think so.
Are we about to have a fucking problem? I had tuna for lunch this morning.
I can smell it.
So we're going to fight or what? Come on. Come on. That's all you got? Come on, bro. Come on. See these feet? Yeah. I'm gonna get you. Oh, that's a crap. Wait, I got you. All right. Boom. Why aren't you going down, man? Come on, Nick. Stop moving around. Come on. Let's go down. No, you go down. No, I'm dancing. Oh my God.
You tired?
No, I can go another round. Okay. Give it another 5 minutes so we can go down the round.
I need my inhaler. Recording at 12920 Philadelphia Street, Whittier, California, at Undercity Comics. Keep It Up With the Nerds presents issue 114. My name is Rene.
This is Bryan.
And welcome to the show, everyone.
Woo! Hey! We have someone doing the intro that's competent enough to know what issue.
Competent enough.
Yeah. It's a bit, guys. It's a bit. Is it though?
No. That came from the truth.
How dare you?
That was honesty on your end.
How dare you call yourself out?
Can you put your face to the mic?
Sorry, I was texting.
Texting what? Texting who?
Texting
when?
people.
I was texting
And
people.
places.
You know, I have
And texting
friends.
where?
I have friends.
Gooses.
I know other people than you.
Potato, tomato, tomato,
You know, I know other people besides you. Right?
zucchini, zucchino.
Linguini.
In which apparently this team doesn't
Tortellini.
understand how to write a 4.
Mr. Feeney.
Welcome to the show, guys. You're keeping up with the nerds, issue
Did you say Mr.
114.
Mr. Feeney.
Guys, just a couple quick announcements. Yeah. We're in issue 114.
Mm-hmm.
Our Real Addiction's newest issue, or episode 79. Mm-hmm. Actually, you were on it.
I was.
Right? How was that?
Like a fever dream. Just kidding.
Don't remember.
No, it was fun. We had a great time talking about the latest movie news drama, which was Don't Worry, Darling, all the behind-the-scenes stuff on that.
If you can explain that drama in about 20 to 30 seconds, can you? Because I'm just confused.
Really?
I feel like everyone wants to talk about it, and it's like, whatever,
So
right?
there's like the true evil, like where that all gained was Olivia Wilde, basically. Mm-hmm. She is the main focus. She is where that drama came from, basically. You know, the
woman who hurt Ted Lasso.
Yeah, basically. And she hooked up with Harry on set, and then next thing you know, you find out that Florence Pugh, that his co-star, found that very uncomfortable because every time they were together, they just go off and do things.
Did you guys discuss the whole Harry Styles spitting controversy?
We did, because we were thinking, what did Chris Pine do? And now there's rumors floating around that he hooked up with Olivia Wilde, and Harry walked in mid-thrust.
Guys.
What? Yeah, that's the
Episode
rumor.
79 of Our Real Addiction on YouTube here at Keeping It With the Nerds channel, as well as Our Real Addiction on any audio platform you guys listen to podcasts. Go check them out. Interesting stuff. Get into the nit and grit of that whole controversy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And which
stuff.
sucks because I was legitimately excited for that movie.
That
and
movie's
I hear,
not doing so well in
and
the
it's
reviews.
not doing well. And that's why Shia LaBeouf left as well, too. He read the script and wasn't satisfied with it.
That sucks.
Yeah, that came out. He came out about that.
Whoa, dude, don't burst so easily, dude. Relax. We haven't even started the issue.
Popped his top early on.
Guys, if you guys want to listen to us on any audio platform, follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Podbean.
What?
Nick, can you not interrupt?
realized-
Nick, we're telling the audience people where to find us.
No.
Don't listen to us. Don't subscribe. No, please do. 125 on YouTube. Go follow us at
Yeah.
Keeping Up with the Nerds on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes, we've grown. People are watching. People are listening.
I know.
It's our skits, honestly.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. And this one was a fun one to film, too.
This was.
This one?
Yeah.
The one that we just did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's a good one. So if you guys are listening to us on audio platform, just to let you guys know, the YouTube version of our podcast features a about, 2-minute dish? Like a 1 minute,
They're like
1.5, 2 minute
to 3.
skit.
Yeah.
At the beginning of every podcast issue. So go check us out over there on YouTube. Subscribe, like, comment down below. Let us know what you guys think. KeepingUpWithTheNerds.com for all the up-to-date information. We are slowly updating that. It is taking some time because we are busy. And behind the monitor, we actually have a new PA,
Yeah.
a production assistant, Andy.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So she's actually going to be coming in every so often and help us out with recording.
Yeah.
That way we're not fumbling.
Don't be afraid to just like call Bryan out. Just whenever he's wrong, just immediately. What is going on?
What did you do? Did you mess up already?
I
did.
Yeah.
See, Nick, this is what happens when you tell people to call me out. Then your crap starts to break. Stop texting on your watch. That's just going to cause the breakdown again.
People are trying to get a hold of me.
That sucks.
I'm
Tell me,
popular.
you know what? I'm doing a job that doesn't pay. Tell them that.
Dude, I will get so made fun of. Like that.
That's fine. I get made fun of by you all the time.
Yeah, but that's reasonable. That's allowed.
That's a lot.
Oh, man. Do we have a packed show for you guys? First of all, comic strips.
Yeah.
Short bits, not a lot of news this week because the biggest thing that happened this weekend was D23. We'll be honest with you guys. We're recording this on a Friday, so D23 just started. What this issue is mainly going to be about is a test of our knowledge and confidence in predicting what news will be coming out on D23.
Yeah.
So by the time this issue comes out, people would have already known what has already been announced.
So I have a question. On the end of the episode, can you give us a score counter?
Sure. Yeah, you know what? That'd be interesting. Yeah. So, and you know what? If we get more than 80% of our predictions right,
I think
people
that-
listening to this must subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
Subscribe and comment and like.
Without us having a whole lot of information, we're kind of going in blind right now.
We're that confident.
Very much.
Nicholas over here
I didn't do it.
is the man who has predicted so many things.
When you called me Nicholas, I immediately thought I was in trouble.
I'm in trouble.
Like,
What I do.
nobody calls me Nicholas unless I'm in trouble.
So that's what this show is going to be about. Okay? It's a test of confidence and knowledge.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
We are that confident that we know what is going to be announced before it's even announced.
I
We
wasn't.
also got-
except for Inside Out 2. I didn't catch that. I didn't think that was going to happen.
Okay, we're not even
same
there.
here.
We're going to be talking about some of the stuff that has been announced.
Yeah.
D23 on Friday. She-Hulk watch.
Yeah.
Surprise! Cobra Kai season
Yeah.
5. So we're doing a 3-episode review.
Yeah.
Just for people to kind of get caught up because it's a surprise release, isn't it?
Dude,
because I
it's-
thought it was supposed to be coming out like second or third week of
I
September.
was playing it here at the shop, and everyone's like, "It's already out." I'm like, "Yeah." Like,
What?
Dude, I saw it I saw the whole thing last night. I saw
No
10
life
episodes.
Nicholas over here already watched all of it.
Basically.
No,
Yes.
it's not that I don't have a life. It's that it came out and then the show was just that good.
By the time I
like,
started watching it at 11:30, before I knew it, 3 a.m.
It
did
was
its
5.
job, Yeah.
And then I had work.
I did, and that was a nightmare.
Oh man, all I was thinking about was karate chopping people and left and right.
Honestly, kind of. Yeah, I did.
No, but those first 3 episodes were really good. The first episode was really good.
Yeah.
Episode. In all fairness, what happened was I was going to watch all the way up to episode 5 and then cut. Episode 5 ends with
Like a mid-season kind
kind of like a mid-season thing where
Yeah.
it's like, "Oh, keep watching," and I'm like, "Oh, you got me! You got me!"
Took my time,
I was like,
my
"Ah,
money,
I
my
have to know what
investments,
happens.
My
I have to."
my sleep.
my sleep.
I guess I'm going down the rabbit hole.
All right, we ready to jump into comic strips?
Go for
Yeah,
it.
let's
Burn
do it.
them through because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So, comic strips for those who are new to this podcast, this show, a small portion where we discuss small bits of news and pieces and stuff that has come out in the nerdy world. We kind of talk about it for a little bit, move on to the next topic, so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and start with this. Mandalorian stunt coordinator Ryan Watson calls out Star Wars as a failing franchise. Basically, the article, I forget who it was that wrote it, but we'll link it down in the description down below if you guys want to read it. Basically titled the article to make it seem deceiving because it made it seem like he was calling out Star Wars for being a failing franchise, but in fact it wasn't. It was a post congratulating the production crew and Jon Favreau for making the franchise what it is now. Basically, it won 1 Emmy, I believe, for like outstanding choreography or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he was congratulating everyone, saying like, "Hey, you know, you guys did a good job. This was great. The production team and the stunt coordinators did such a good job in bringing this franchise up to what it is now." Disney comes out, says, "Hey, you know what? You guys can't be saying that. You cannot be calling this a failing franchise." Then he says, "You know what? Disney is basically making me shut up about this, but they're also the people that basically fired my friend Gina Carano."
Gina Carano, yeah.
Gina Carano. So, any thoughts on that?
I mean, once again, it's the same thing that we talk about all the time of, you know, people take quotes and then they take the way that they're said, or they put them in a different tone or a different context, so that way they can get a better click.
He was the one that posted it on his Instagram.
Yeah.
So
That's fair,
yeah.
but the thing is that the wording is off, where it's like, oh yeah, like, because in all fairness, Star Wars kind of is like, I'll admit it 100%. I love Star Wars. Star Wars is my baby. I haven't been a fan of like some of the things that Star Wars has done in a little bit. You know, all the new sequel movies.
Mm-hmm.
I've only liked one of them out of the three. Of the shows, you know, some of the shows are a little bit lacking. I mean, I still enjoy portions of them and I enjoy pieces of them, but going on back, like, there's nothing there that I'm like, I need to go rewatch that.
it's funny because he's not wrong in terms of like what Star Wars was with the mainline movies and
Yeah.
stuff. They weren't as captivating as they are now. The TV series are far greater.
Yes.
Rogue One, still to this day, in my opinion, is the best Star Wars movie ever created.
I don't know about that, but
Sure, whatever, you know.
That's a nice opinion.
that's definitely a bold statement.
But let me put it this way: like even Star Wars Andor looks very interesting.
You know what's funny?
Andor does.
It's funny how, like, since Andor's been announced, I've been getting a lot of people saying like they love Rogue One. Like Rogue One's their favorite movie.
Oh, I'm
It's
sorry.
just
It's also-
like-
all of a sudden,
It-
all of a sudden,
Yeah.
all of a sudden.
That's a bandwagon thing. If I've ever
Yeah.
heard.
I was there at the beginning when I was still being made fun of, you know, by people.
Dude, I remember reading Catalyst before Rogue One came out, so I was ready for that. And then I remember talking to a couple people going like, yeah, because this, and you know, in the book Catalyst, like, it's so interesting that they brought this back and they did all this. And then I remember somebody going, I didn't know that there was a signed reading to enjoying this movie.
That's Star Wars for you.
And I was like, well, I mean, like, you don't have to read it. It just
You don't
makes
have to read
everything
it,
a
it
little
just
bit
makes
better.
it- yeah, that's the thing. Like when we read the prequel to the Batman.
Yeah.
It was nice having that little
Little piece of context.
little piece
It's a
of
little
context.
sprinkles to the frosting on the cake, right?
Yeah, it
it's
was
all it
nice.
is. It's good. It's good. Moving on. Kevin Feige's speech honoring Superman director Richard Donner, appearing next to Jeff Johns, basically making claims that his movies were an inspiration to kind of what has led his work towards the MCU. Quote, "The films Dick made inspired me to even want to go down that track. And of course, in particular, Superman, the movie is still to this day the archetype of the perfect superhero film origin story."
Honestly, Donner makes a great movie. Donner definitely made, in the first Superman movie, probably one of the best superhero movies. It's so accurate to the comics. It's so it has an iconic soundtrack.
Yeah.
You know, they still use his soundtrack today for that movie. They use a lot of the things in the Donner universe for, you know, his backstory, you know, the battle with Zod and
Oh yeah.
what's going on with and what's going on with Lex Luthor and Jimmy Olsen and all these other things. And he really didn't get enough credit, especially since he was kicked off of two. And that was like, and that's really hard to like go, dang, like he didn't really get the respect he deserved, because the beginning of 2 is amazing. Like 2 could have been way better than 1, but he was then kicked off, and like they just kind of like pieced together footage that he had already shot, so a little bit of footage, footage from 1, and they pieced together the ending of 2.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's so weird how the end of that movie kind of comes together. There's a couple of documentaries on it, but yeah, like Donner really does deserve to get like a lot of credit for putting together the superhero movie.
What I take from this is that kind of unity that these different franchises are creating now, right? Which is good, because I think you and I, when we first met, we talked about how we didn't like the audiences of comic book readers basically coming in going like, oh, DC's better, Marvel's better. It's like they both have their pros, they both have their cons. You can pick either or. You still have Image, Dark Horse. You have all these different, publishers that make some really good comic books and stuff. But it sucks that people are so divided and so, they're kind of like they're mounted on that, saying like, this is my franchise. So it's interesting to see Kevin Feige talk about
acknowledge a different company.
And DC, I mean, even though it wasn't in the same context, is now looking at Marvel and the MCU, basically saying like, this is something that we need to copy to be successful in the future towards our film studios and stuff, right?
I mean, that's the thing though, is that if you put it to the test, Donner really achieved what nobody has really had done at the time, and that was to make a successful superhero movie.
Yeah.
There was a lot of attempts to make a good superhero movie by Marvel, by DC in the past, and Donner was the first one to get what was in the comic books, put it on the screen, and make it entertaining for a wide mass of people to watch.
All right. Good points all around. Next topic. Chipotle hack allows people to buy $3 burritos.
On TikTok.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
I mean, sure. I saw
this is nerd news, because what nerd does not like burritos?
No, I mean,
a
honestly,
nerd that doesn't like diarrhea. I mean,
no, but basically what they'll do is that like they'll order like a taco
Yes.
or something
and
with
they
like
put,
extra
and they put
meat.
and they put everything in it.
Yeah, no, and then they'll just ask for everything on the side.
Because it's free toppings or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then one flour tortilla for like 44 cents or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's how you build a $3 burrito.
See, the thing is that I think what the problem was is that someone made a video of that, and immediately went viral, and everyone was trying to do it, and Chipotle's like, okay, we're not doing that anymore.
So here's the problem I have with this kind of stuff, right? It's the same problem I have with people that believe Starbucks has a secret menu when they don't.
They don't.
And I feel bad for the baristas that are working Starbucks and making these ridiculous orders.
Yeah, because like you can order like a butter beer, but you just basically tell them what the ingredients are.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's a way of asking for it.
Be respectful.
Yeah, there's a way of asking for it, and just make sure that whatever you're ordering, just follow the thing at the very bottom of going, can I have this, and this, and more or less. I mean, they're willing to make it for you.
Yeah.
Like whether it turns out good, that's on you.
So it's basically any sort of restaurant that offers some sort of customization to your meal.
Yeah.
You can do almost anything. It's just people think of it when they don't think of the bare minimum. It's like they think, oh, if it's not on the menu, it's a secret menu. Then no, it's not In-N-Out. Like it's not like
In-N-Out has perfected that, because In-N-Out's pretentious. They're not pretentious about their secret. They're kind of open to it. It's like, oh, you want a 3x3, a 4x4, animal style burger, animal style fries.
You want some monkey fries?
What?
You ever heard of monkey fries?
That's not a thing, is it?
Yeah, it is.
What they do?
If your Nate doesn't know, then it's not a thing.
No, it is. Monkey fries is when you get regular animal style fries, then you get the ground beef from the burger, and they crush the burger on top of the burger.
And so when are we going to In-N-Out?
And then we're going In-N-Out after this. Like,
and then they put cheese on it, and then they melt it.
no, that's not a real thing.
I swear to God.
That can't be a real thing.
I swear to God, my buddy has ordered it before. Yes, it is delicious.
All right, so when next time we go to In-N-Out, we got to make Nick order this.
Yeah.
We're not ordering it. You're ordering this.
And
I
then
feel like
Sure.
if I order it, they're
Some
gonna look
chopped
at me like,
chilies.
"Are you dumb or something?"
And
like
Nick's
the guy,
laughing,
like,
I go,
No, dude. I just want to. Dude, the only thing I've ever gotten out of a fast food restaurant when I make a weird order is that dude's so fat. Like,
Oh yeah, because you get like animal style like double doubles with chopped chilies in it.
yeah,
And stuff. Yeah.
have a custom order.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you gotta get what you want.
But it is good with chopped chilies in it.
Dude, that chopped
Honestly.
chilies, that changes.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen?
a game changer.
You ever seen the
Oh, we
Seth
started
Rogen?
talking about food.
Huh?
That's it.
You seen the Seth Rogen interview
Yeah.
where what was
All
it?
the burgers ones from First We Feast?
Yeah.
Yeah, where first
He
we
was
feast
like,
and then
he's like, oh my god, he's like, this is so good. He's like,
how have I never had this?
It's that laugh.
You know what's funny? I was listening to Seth Rogen talk the other day, and then I watched Batman Forever, and I realized that Seth Rogen talks the way that Jim Carrey makes fun of Batman about.
Oh, Batman!
Batman, you say?
Coming for you!
I was watching Batman Forever, and I was like,
Yeah.
did Jim Carrey just do a
He's
Seth
talking
Rogen
to Nicole Kidman's character, yeah.
Batman, you say?
All right, we got a couple more topics for comic strips.
right,
Who's
go
the
ahead,
writer?
go for
Who's
it,
the
go
current
for it.
writer of ASM? Amazing Spider-Man?
It's Zeb Wells.
Zeb Wells. Issue number 8 of Amazing Spider-Man just came out this week, I believe. Right?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Basically, I have a problem with Screen Rant, okay? Because I feel like news was coming out very vaguely. So they decided to write about Amazing Spider-Man issue number 8.
They were like us. It was like, what came out? Like,
Guys, what can we do?
Yeah.
Spider-Man has a new superpower that only works one time? That's the headline,
I
right?
think they count that. I wouldn't count that as a superpower.
Oh, no, but
I
they
count
did.
that as a-
Sir, they did, okay? So let me tell you what the
Wait,
superpower is.
If it's a one-time use, then that's not a superpower.
Yeah.
No duh.
Like, you can't go like,
No freaking duh. I read the article, okay, and I said, okay, well, what is it? You got me intrigued. It's a one-time superpower, right?
All right, one-time superpower.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna pick up the issue soon. I'm gonna read it. Why? I'm sure.
what is this, Bush Gore?
So apparently, in this issue or in the previous issue, I don't know if it's 7 or 8. Basically, the Vulture crushes his web shooters,
Yeah.
throws them up in the sky, and drops them from a high distance. Peter Parker, being the man he is, basically thinks I'm going to have to break my fall because I'm falling towards trees. So what he does, his one-time superpower, is he gets his web fluid cartridges, breaks them so that his web fluid engulfs him, breaks the fall as he falls down to the trees, and saves his life.
So is
But that's
he-
not a
I was
superpower,
gonna say,
though.
is he doing that with his mind, or is he doing it because he's got
His
spider powers?
intellect.
That's not. Super.
That's not a
He may
superpower.
not be. Keep in mind, they compared him to Reed Richards. They said he may not be as smart as Reed Richards, but he is intellectual
not.
in the sense of like,
Reed
you know,
Richards is a
he's the
born
smartest
genius.
man of the universe.
Yeah.
No, like, don't get me wrong. That's clever. That's some Batman cleverness.
That's
no,
clever.
That's the thing. That's a clever move. Like, I consider that as a move, a tactic.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know?
like that was like that's
Yeah.
clever.
Like if Batman was like, "Oh, I gotta fly. Like I gotta use sonar, and the bats will carry me."
So
Like-
while this,
Yeah, I would be like, oh, Batman now talks to bats. I would be like, no, that's not.
No, that's not a superpower.
not a
one-time
superpower.
ability.
Yeah.
Dear Screen Rant, leave the nerd talk to us. All
Right.
right, simple as that. You want to talk comics?
Somebody-
Reach out to us. We know we can do your stuff. Just pay us, okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not a superpower.
That's not a superpower. Screen
Yeah,
Rant.
so
Do your research.
sucks. Sorry
Casual.
guys.
Yeah.
Screen Rant, do better, please. All right. I see your job postings on Indeed all the time. Come on, do better. I'm gonna call you guys out. That pissed me off. I'm sorry.
That's Spider-Man. That's why. my God, my boy.
My boy wrong.
I just can't wait until Bryan leaves and he goes like, yeah, Screen Rant hired me.
Oh yeah, guys, I'm not gonna be on the podcast anymore. Screen Rant.
Screen Rant told me to be on the show
On
now.
to do better things.
That
Getting paid for my stuff.
Right, Indeed worked out.
Gizmo from Gremlins makes his debut in Multiverses.
That's cool.
Oh, in the game.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I thought it was something real.
Just in general, in the multiverse, Gizmo has appeared.
I thought it was something important, but I was like, okay.
Apple event.
Yeah.
New iPhone, iPhone 14,
Dude, no
iPhone
one
14. What is it? The Plus,
It's the
14
iPhone
Pro,
Air-
14 Pro Max,
AirPods Pro
2s,
Yeah.
and the Watch Ultra, which is
So is this basically like the watch is like indestructible in a way where it's like and then like I can still text.
Smashed to hell and
Just like,
you see him.
it still works.
shoot me, shoot the watch. You want to take the watch off? It'll protect me.
You know,
Somebody has a samurai sword. Just
and you know what? This whole video was shot by the watch.
So look. If you guys want to go watch any details on the iPhone event, Linus Tech Tips, Austin Evans,
Yeah.
there
MKBHD,
was a couple people. who did a good job.
iJustine, all those tech YouTubers have got your back. Here's the short synopsis of this Apple event, all right? We all run Android,
Yeah.
okay? We have our biases, but here's the thing. You're an Apple iPhone user, by all means, congratulations.
That's cool.
Congratulations. You might as well be walking around with a Coach bag showing off whatever how much money you make, right?
You
It's a
basically
fashion
show
statement.
that you're above middle class by having an iPhone.
I usually take it as if you have an iPhone, that's just because you're simple.
Yeah, no,
that's
I mean, true. Yeah, but here's the thing.
You're basic.
You want to know what? You want to know what this event was about? You want to know what this event focused on?
And that's right. Adam's basic. I saw him have that iPhone. I saw him have that iPhone.
Here's the thing. You want to know what?
Everything
Adam,
Apple,
you
too.
know what? Adam had it coming because he came at me going like, I got the iPhone 13. It's so good. It's so cool. Look, it could even record everything. You're just hating on this. Next day breaks it.
You know what? I can't say anything because I've done that.
Yeah, with your phone too.
I did that one day where I got my phone, and I think the day I got it, I broke it in my
What are you
pants.
doing? Like, ah! You're like, ah!
Throws it at me for fun.
No, I'm dumb, and I was like 18, and I had my cell phone. I just got a brand new cell phone, and I had like, I put my DS in my pocket, and it was the same thing. So when I bent my DS, bent my phone forward, and it cracked.
You know what? Oh, sorry. Really quick. I've had an Android, and I've always get like the shield protector, like for the screen. And so it was cracking, and like air bubbles were coming out. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll take it off. I never dropped my phone.
Did you break the screen?
when I've had the screen thing on. And so the day I take it off, I'm going out and I'm like with my dad eating, and then like we're walking, and I know I don't have a full grip of my phone, so I'm like texting like this, and then for some reason I overreach with my thumb, and it goes like this, flat down on a warped street.
Rip.
Not flat or all. It's all warped and then just shattered.
Ripped. So here's what I'm going to say, okay? Before I talk about a little bit of the details that happened in the Apple event, all right? Remember the chocolate phone?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, my friend had the chocolate mint.
Yes. So I had the first generation. You want to know how I broke that phone?
How'd you break it?
I went airsofting, and I had it in my pocket.
Why
They
would you go
I
airsofting
was
with a
young.
phone in your
I
pocket?
was
Did you
in
have
high
it,
school.
like the screen outward
Yes.
and
You're
not?
an idiot.
And they
you
shot
never,
the button.
You never put the screen like
Nope.
near your thigh?
Dude, you're
Nope.
an idiot.
Yeah, they shot the little because the first generation was touch. It was like touch sensitive.
Yeah, it was
like
touch
buttons.
sensitive.
It was
Yeah.
such a
And they shot it, so it never worked
Dude,
again.
literally, I never when I go airsofting and or paintballing, I literally leave all electronics inside my car.
I will say the chocolate should come back. Right now in an era with Spotify and everything like that, it'd be cool to have a dial.
they
Little
wouldn't.
gimmick. We're getting foldable phones, all right? So it'd be interesting.
I mean, they came back with a Razor with a full screen.
There you
now.
go, yeah.
Yeah, it's a foldable phone.
to end this little bit, I feel like this Apple event was more focused on you're too stupid to be safe, so we're gonna make you as safe as possible. They added impact protection, so if like you're in a car accident, it can detect if you've been in a car accident and tell you, hey, do you need 911?
I don't think I need my phone reminded me of a situation that I'm already in that I don't want to be reminded of. Hey, you remember that car accident you're in right now?
I just think I think it'd be so funny if like it had if it was just sassy. Like I want Siri to be sassy. at that
It's like
point.
hey, there's like it's hey yo fool, you're in an accident right now.
Hey, fool.
You okay?
Before you fell down some stairs.
Homie,
Hey
man.
yo man, you're having a heart attack. You okay?
Yeah, one thing I
Hey,
will
fool,
say.
she pushed you.
So when the cops come by, just say she pushed you.
I'm your witness. The dog saw too.
All right, we can't.
Brian,
let's
Brian,
move on.
Brian,
That's what we're just bagging on Apple. At this point, we've lost like half our viewership.
Hey,
at
Brian,
this
wink.
point.
Remember, we all know she pushed you.
And to end comic strips, there was a
Yeah.
small Pokemon trailer for Violet Scarlet that just came out this week, which introduces a new mechanic that's kind of interesting. So I actually got back into Pokemon Go, which got me back into playing Pokemon Sword and Shield. So I'm back on that Pokemon grind.
I was back on Pokemon Go, and then my phone was slower. So
Yeah,
I
you're
had to
just
get
like,
rid of it.
yeah.
I was like, this is fun. Wait, why is my text taking like 10 minutes to
Forever.
send?
The new mechanic they're adding for Scarlet Violet is auto battling. So basically, because you haven't played Sword and Shield, have you?
No, short. Oh, yeah, I played Shield.
You played Shield? So you know how they have that whole wild area, expansive area like place now? So they're adding that back to Violet Scarlet. But what they're doing now is instead of walking around with a partner Pokemon, you can walk around with a partner Pokemon and have one Pokemon venture out into the wild and auto battle wild Pokemon to gain experience on its own.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
That's
it's less
actually pretty
grinding.
interesting.
So what happens if it dies?
Rip.
It comes back to you.
Does it
like-
come back? Does it come
comes
back to you
like-
as a spirit?
It's like this,
I would love it on.
I need a revive.
You're an asshole. I'm level 12.
Why would you let me go?
They're level 40 here. You're You're a monster. Why would you do this?
I lost an arm.
Why did you send me out to the ocean? I'm a fire type. What'd you expect?
Yeah.
That Cupid was not nice.
I'm a rock type. Why would you throw me in the lake?
What a jerk.
Oh my God! Are you lowering down the gains and everything?
Yeah, because you guys are loud.
I mean, if it doesn't clip on there, we should be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got to read the audio levels because if they're low, I got to increase it on Premiere. That's more work for me.
Yes, keep doing it.
No,
Anyway,
that's not. No.
Yeah, so anyway,
Can you
fine, what you do.
increase it back up? Because
increase it back
yeah.
up.
I did.
Stop
Are they back at
scolding
normal
her.
levels?
Yes.
Yeah,
they're back
it
at
is,
normal.
actually.
They
And are we still
fine.
recording?
Yes.
Are we still
Positive?
What did you think? She
Listen,
stopped
hey,
the
you
recording?
know what? This is her. Okay, this is her probation period. All right, if she messes up for whatever reason, fired.
Sir, she gets paid for this, not you.
Yeah, I know. Stop.
No, what I think would be when I first heard auto battling, I thought that it would be if you had your Switch in your pocket, somebody had a Switch in their pocket. Immediately, it'd vibrate and you go like all battle, and then you're like,
Just
oh.
walking by with something like, want to battle?
You want to fight? Want to take this out?
Yeah.
I just think that no, I thought that would be so funny.
I almost got you.
No, because I thought it would have been so funny to turn the real world into
Pokemon.
So-
because now you're walking around and as soon as you see a trainer, it then activates and it's like, oh yeah, you have to fight now.
So I will say this, okay? Little short Pokemon store before we move on to
move on, let's go.
She-Hulk Watch. So, back when Sapphire Ruby was the main generation,
Yeah.
I think it was in high school. I was I won't shout out this friend's name because I don't know if he wants to be shouted out on the show, but no.
Charles.
His favorite Pokemon was Absol.
Sam.
He loved Absol. So he wouldn't shut up about it. And he basically says like, dude, I'm going to take you down. You think you're so good at this game? No, I'm going to take you down with just my Absol. Cool. I pull out Blaziken. Literally the first Pokemon that we basically take out, right? I use Sky Uppercut. Knocks him out one hit. Quits the game. Leaves. Says, I'm not playing anymore.
I'm not playing you anymore.
That's it. Made him rage quit. First person ever made a rage quit in Pokemon.
I lost.
And ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up our portion of comic strips.
See the way that you really make somebody would like just straight up rage quit. Make sure all their Pokemon you can put them to sleep and then just Dream Eater.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then just put them to sleep. Yeah.
My favorite Pokemon's Butterfree. Well, my favorite Pokemon is
It would be.
Charizard, but I like having a Butterfree in my
Nah,
party.
You would be.
Yeah, why not?
I could see you have a Butterfree.
Yeah, you have a problem? You want to fight?
Want to battle?
All right, stop. All right, what's our timestamp? PA? She stops recording now.
No. You said are at 31 minutes.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
okay,
All right.
Yeah, we're solid.
Let's talk about She-Hulk. Why not? She-Hulk watch.
We
Yeah.
don't
No
talk
DC
about
watch.
She-Hulk.
No DC
Oh
watch at
my
all.
God, we get to take a break.
We don't talk about.
I think they're waiting for D23 to end. And then they're going to throw out, like, no Batman 2.
Guys, we're canceling Matt Reeves' Batman 2.
Yeah, and then also Blue Beetle will be
Dude,
gone too.
how about...
Honestly,
No.
If he was filming Blue Beetle during Cobra Kai, that kid must have been exhausted because he's in a good majority. I thought the guy that plays Miguel. I thought he wasn't going to be in a lot of it.
Hang on, we're not at
He was
Cobra
in-
Kai.
I know, but he was in every episode.
Yeah, we're not in Cobra Kai yet. She-Hulk.
Right,
First and foremost,
right. Yeah.
is this episode a good one?
Yeah,
I
it's a
think
solid
it's
episode.
my favorite episode.
Your
so far.
favorite?
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
a solid episode. I feel like the show finally got to where it wanted to be, of actually being a lawyer show,
Yes.
of actually having because it's the show is called She-Hulk Attorney at Law,
Mm-hmm.
and she even says this is a attorney this is a law show. Like,
Yes.
this is all about like the legal system, and it's all about like dealing with superhumans in the legal system. The past couple of episodes have had nothing to do with that,
No.
more or less.
So to kind of give
Except-
like a...
except for maybe Abomination, kind of. But I do like seeing this, like, a superhero needs help legally.
Yes.
And went to She-Hulk to
So
go deal with
to
it.
kind of give a 15-second summary, basically the entire synopsis is this is Wongers Wongers, right?
Wongers.
Wong goes to She-Hulk to basically try to suspend a former student of his to stop using magic because he feels it's dangerous to not only him but society in general.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
not
he's
that he
opening up random portals and
Basically.
having
Well,
women go through them.
Donnie
Yeah.
Blazes.
Donnie Blaze.
Donnie Blaze.
Which is, come on. Like,
yeah.
really? You really
So,
have to use that type of
We
name?
get the full. That's like an A plot, right? And then the
Yeah.
B plot is essentially Jennifer Walters kind of trying to go into her own personal life, trying to date,
Going out to the dating world.
all that stuff. And so the two mix together towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
Where the episode ends is now she's going through a lawsuit because Titania has copywritten the term She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, the irony of that. Yeah, her nemesis so far
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
went and trademarked it
the
first.
name, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny because, like, I feel like that would happen.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
So,
I have a question.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Does that mean that Tony Stark took the time to trademark every Avenger?
Yeah. I would believe so.
I
Like-
would
like-
laugh if that was an actual thing.
I feel like
Tony Stark was like
The first thing he
"You're
would have
the
done,
Hulk."
trademark Iron Man.
I know he would have
Yeah.
trademarked Iron Man,
Yeah.
but immediately, like, was he going like Captain America trademarked?
Yeah.
Hawkeye trademarked. Black Widow like that.
Yeah.
You
I
can't
believe that.
trademark Black Widow because she doesn't exist.
What?
She technically doesn't exist.
Why doesn't she exist?
Black Widow?
The name, though.
The name, but
Yeah.
probably not the.
So no one else can come out as
Nobody,
Black Widow.
nobody else can come out and say I'm the Black Widow. You
Yeah.
can then sue.
I
them
feel
for
like he would do
trademark.
that.
Not only that, but how am I supposed to tell toys? You think Tony Stark is only in the tech game?
I want to see.
Tony Stark has a toy game too.
I want to see in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I want to see those secondary toys you see like in Mexico, like
Oh
their
my
likeness,
God.
yeah. Like the D toys, but like
America Man?
American Man.
I would love it.
Metal
if-
Man?
I would love a toy with it's Hulk, but it has like Iron Man's face on it. Because you know how like
Green
sometimes
Monster?
Green Monster.
yeah, just just Green Monster, Lightning
Bird
God,
mouth.
like lightning God.
Lightning God. There you go.
Yeah.
So I will say the episode for me, like none of these episodes have stuck with me that it's like, oh yeah, no, this is like one of my favorite shows. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
You're saying it's your favorite one.
This is my favorite episode.
I will say that I do like one very key aspect of this episode. It's understanding it's meta without overstaying the fact that it's meta.
The what was it? What was it? The opening line was, "Oh look, Wong's back.
You happy?
Now you happy?" That gives us at least 2 weeks of Twitter protection.
Twitter
Yes.
armor. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Which is great because here's the thing. If you're a hater, all right, sorry, we forgot. We forgot for the people that hate She-Hulk.
Oh yeah, we have to agree with them.
Oh God, yeah, no, She-Hulk, feminist propaganda, gross, disgusting. Oh
They
my God.
over-sexualize.
Oh my God,
Oh my
dude,
God.
really?
Carried the guy.
Listen,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's that. Yeah, that. You know
how
what
dare
the
she
memes-
carry him?
The
Yeah.
memes, man.
Also, I'm gonna cut
How
this.
could they?
I'm just gonna clip this and put this on our TikTok.
Yeah, right.
And it's like Brian's real thoughts off.
Stop!
Brian's hot takes.
camera. Brian's hot takes.
All right, are we done with that bit
Yeah,
now? All right, I hope you're satisfied. No, it was a good
It was
episode.
really good. I liked
It was really good, and I love the fact that it plays on that joke of understanding where it belongs in, the group of people. For the haters, it's never going to work because it's like, oh, it's trying to be funny like Deadpool. No. Jennifer Walters has done this in the comic books, and Deadpool was a play on Slade on basically like a DC character, right? And he breaks that third wall. Jennifer Walters has done it for ages now at this point.
Yeah, but it's still not like of like law shows, like a show about a lawyer succeeding in like the world of like law, especially law in LA. Still not like top tier. It's still
Well, did you see that someone tried to compare the show to Better Call Saul?
that's
I was like,
completely different.
why? Yeah, those are completely two different shows.
Okay.
No,
So-
hold on. Have you gotten a chance to watch Lincoln Lawyer yet?
No,
At least an episode.
not yet.
I personally do feel that Lincoln Lawyer and this are very comparable.
For those keeping count in the last 15 issues or 14 issues,
I
Nick has mentioned Lincoln Lawyer like
because it's
5,
so
6, 7 different
because you guys
times.
keep not watching it.
Well, because we have
And
other things to watch.
What are you
Cobra
watching?
Kai,
Cobra Kai.
Rings of Power, House
You
of
haven't
Dragons.
watched King of which
Because my
Rings of
Wi-Fi's
Power.
been out. Now I have it. I got it back on. Thank you for bringing that up again.
As long as I can remind you. As long as I can remind you.
Yeah.
That's
No, but you are definitely right in that sense that it's it's not the Law show. But I will say one aspect of She-Hulk that it does bring up pretty well is that it grounds the MCU in reality again. Because keep in mind, it's all fantasy, it's all space, it's all multiverse and stuff like that. And what She-Hulk does is it kind of grounds it in that sense of reality.
Yeah.
Like there's real features of it. Comic books do that all the time. Where in a show, when a series goes way too out of bounds, it'll sometimes do a little offshoot series that basically grounds that reality again. Civil War does that in the comic books actually, because you had the mainline Civil War series. Then you get those grounded issues. I forget what they're called, but it was the issues where it was telling the story of Civil War through a journalist's perspective.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it grounds it. Right? You're not seeing it from a superhero perspective. You're seeing it from a civilian perspective now.
I get that, but I just really wish that the B plots of She-Hulk were interconnected. There was some kind of like that they were all connected together. Interconnectivity. Why can I not say that right now?
I don't know.
I'm pretty tired. I finished Cobra Kai. I stayed up. But anyway, I wish that it was all connected together, just so that way, you have this continuing B plot while you also have the A plot, and then you eventually have the B plot become the A plot, where it's like this ongoing longer story that we have to talk to, and they've already kind of introduced a long-standing B plot with the Wrecking Crew and like them trying to get the Hulk, She-Hulk's blood, but they haven't really talked about like that story isn't going every episode. Yeah, they mentioned it, but they're not necessarily continuing it. Yes.
What if like how she just kind of started getting into that what is it called?
The dating app.
The dating app. That's probably going to. That was my first thought, was like maybe somebody that is trying to get close to her will try to match with her, and
it opens up that possibility.
Maybe it sets that up.
I know, I do get that of like that the dating app is going to be the MacGuffin of it. It's gonna be like, oh yeah, oh dang, this is why I don't date online and everything else, and that's gonna be like a joke they do.
Yeah.
Of another bad Tinder date, but it's not like an actual case that's continuing.
Yeah.
Because it would be great if she just had a giant case. Because I really wanted the trial of the Abomination to continue through the entire season.
But they're bringing back the Abomination in that mid-season trailer that just unveiled this today, actually, as a recording.
I know, but the thing is that you had the mid-season trailer, and Abomination is back on his farm. He's on his ranch with his 7 or 8 wives, but it looks more like counseling than it is anything else.
Yeah.
Because she can't get a hold of Bruce. Because what I'm assuming is she can't get a hold of Bruce, and she goes, planet. Yeah, he's off planet. So she goes to the only other person that could possibly understand what she's going through, and that's going to be Abomination.
Oh.
She goes to go ask him questions about, hey, like how exactly, and I'm assuming it's something about being a Hulk, something about like how exactly do you do X, Y, and Z or whatever, the morality of it. I just kind of wanted that B plot, or even if it was a C plot, of just continuously.
Gotcha.
But I don't get that.
With the fact that this is Renee's favorite episode, you can go ahead and extensively explain why it is your favorite episode, and then we'll give our points afterwards. But I do have one important question before we move on to Cobra Kai afterwards, okay? So tell us why this is your favorite episode.
I thoroughly enjoyed this episode because it was, like you said, it's very grounded, and then the show does a great job of making you feel that it's separate, but then also reminding you that it is part of a big universe as well too. Not shoving it in your face, but like you're kind of like, oh cool, like Wong's in this episode, and then you also get the little background of like what Wong does in his free time, and this had like a lot of jokes in it, like constantly spoiling Sopranos and stuff like that.
Oh my God.
And then you have the introduction of that greatest character of the series so far is Madison. Just
Madison
the way,
with
because
2 N's and a Y.
You know why she's so great is because there's actually people like that in the
So-
world. Like,
There was a comment
Yeah.
on the mid-season trailer,
Uh-huh.
and someone typed out the entire line that she says, and someone replied to it going like, "Why did I read that in her voice?"
Yeah.
She was so great.
Yeah,
like
she
I
was
found her
great.
annoying because I don't like that kind of talk.
yeah,
It's just annoying when they go like, "Oh my god,"
I think it's
nasally.
just it's funny to see that in the MCU.
Yeah, it
You know?
is.
Yeah,
Yeah, but she was a great actress for that part.
yeah,
The-
definitely.
Really good.
The thing I really do think is interesting is that they took what Wong does on his off time
Yeah.
from the Doctor Strange movies.
Mm-hmm.
Because more or less that's kind of what they've talked about of like, oh yeah, do you want to what was it like? Oh yeah, our favorite is Hulka Hulka Burnin' Fudge.
Oh yeah,
Or are we watching a movie tonight and everything? Like they're kind of like like two roommates that like live together
yeah.
and they like
Agree.
get along like best friends. And it's so funny.
Hey, Wongers.
Wongers.
I just think it's but I did think
you caught texting. Just tell him that you were texting 911. They can
So-
prosecute you.
so
Nah, that's
my-
not how it
That's not
works.
how that works. But my thing was that I was wondering, does this take place? Because technically this takes place after the events of Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Because I was wondering why Wong was living at Kamar-Taj.
Oh, he constantly goes back and forth. He goes to the Sanctum, but then he goes back to Kamar-Taj. Because
So
he's he's still the librarian there.
Yeah.
That's why.
So
You're not the librarian if you're the Sorcerer Supreme. That's not how that works.
Well, that's how it
He
works with
still
Wong.
studies
He
the
still
mystic
does
arts,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, he says it on his profile on Twitter. He's like he's mystic arts, but also a librarian for the
Yeah, but
Kamar-Taj.
I do feel like that's lazy. Like,
so I will say what I really loved about this episode is that it's that grounded aspect of bringing the MCU back to kind of like a reality, right? And
Yeah.
it's cool because you would think that the Sorcerer Supreme is always practicing the mystic arts.
Yeah.
And no, Wong is
Wong
just like
sits
anyone there, like
sits
anyone
in
else.
his room and just watches like shows and stuff. I love how he was watching This Is Us.
Yeah.
And he was like
And he
so
was saying-
sad. He was so sad because that show is depressing. But
Yeah.
it's like, it's so hilarious. And then also you have that, was it John? No, it's Don Blaze or what's his name?
Donnie Blaze.
Donnie Blaze. Like I loved that he was so annoying.
Who was the cameo that you said that this episode was supposed to
So
reveal?
my friend got the two mixed up with 3 and 4.
Okay, so it was 3.
It was 3 because it was Megan the Stallion and stuff like
I
that.
see.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was like, who was it?
I
Like,
know, yeah, that's the thing. I messaged her. She goes, "Oh no, sorry, I got confused," because she saw it in a premiere. That's why it was all
see.
mashed up together,
Yeah.
all 4 episodes.
So the important question I'm going to ask you guys before we move on to Cobra Kai
Yeah.
in our review, right, is this. So this episode was very focused on, not very focused, but it was like, it really highlighted the B plot in terms of like
Yeah.
Jennifer Walters going out and finding a date and, talking to different guys and basically highlighting the stereotypes that people go through in terms of dates, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, all the guys that
Were
she was going
dicks.
through. Oh my God, I was cringing for myself. I
Yes.
was like,
So
ugh.
I'm going to ask this, okay? And let's be honest, okay? Let's be honest, right?
Yeah.
Because people are going to take it the wrong way. And I understand that people don't like to get called out on it. But here's the reality that it's true.
Brian's hot take.
Was this episode demeaning towards men and making it like basically sending the wrong message?
no, because men suck.
Yeah. No,
what
we
I
are
said.
terrible
We're
when it comes
terrible.
to hitting on women at
I've-
wrong times.
The worst thing is that I've been on dates and like more or less they've told me stuff like that has happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like where it's like, oh yeah, this happened. Where it's we got a couple of drinks and then like they handed me the check and then they walked out.
Yeah.
Or they answered a phone call in the middle of a date or anything else. Like just like no manners whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, manners totally went out the window. Hey, we gonna do this or not?
So it doesn't help our case when this is a reality
Yeah.
because there's 2 things that I really cringed at. Okay, the
What
first
did-
one was
yeah.
the obvious one with the guy who basically didn't pay the check.
Oh my God. I
I'm
didn't
like,
like that at
just
all.
freaking pay the check.
Yeah, it's common
like it's
courtesy.
common. It's not even common courtesy. It's like showing that you can and that
Yeah.
it's that incentive of doing so.
Yeah.
The other-
I've never been on a first date where I don't pay for the first. Like,
Same
you,
here.
You know.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
Not-
that's what it is.
Not only that, but also he legitimately did not care what she had to say.
No.
That's another
Like he
thing.
talked
yeah.
about himself,
And that was
and
it.
then after that, immediately just kind of like, well, I'm a lawyer, and then immediately went, okay, whatever. Like
Yeah, and then walked
talk.
away and talked to whoever was on. Like, yeah, she was like maybe a 6. I was like, really? I was like,
Yeah,
what?
it's so stupid.
Yeah.
But I will say, I've done that before, but that was different.
Did you say it like within
my
like 10 feet
God.
of leaving?
No.
Jesus.
She was in the parking lot. I was in the other parking
Stop,
lot.
dude. You're not.
But hold on. But that's not
Nick
the case.
canceled on Twitter now.
Whoa, hold up.
Nicholas.
Here was the situation. She invited me out. I then was talking to her. When we went out, I found out that she was into like animal stuff, and then I immediately texted my buddy, and I was like, "Please
Furry
call."
stuff or
Huh?
furry?
You know that? Okay. You know
Okay,
that,
if it's not
you know
safe,
that,
then
no.
don't.
You know that Netflix anime show that was all about like animated
Oh,
animals?
Beastars?
Yeah, Beastars. She would not stop talking about it.
Oh my god.
She wouldn't stop talking about it, and then she kept on saying that the main character, the lion, how hot he was.
Oh, man.
Like I just wanted to like touch his fur.
Okay, stop. We're
Everything
gonna
else.
cut it right there. We're gonna cut it
So
right there.
anyway.
The second part I cringed at was the end when he's
Didn't let me finish.
Well, no, you're done.
I
That
wanted
was
to
all you needed to
explain
say.
myself.
That's all you needed to say.
I wanted to explain
Terrible.
myself.
All right, so the other part was when she
Monster.
reverts back to Jen,
Oh, the guy.
and the guy's like,
yeah.
"Yeah, I think I'm gonna go." That's like, dude, that's kind of like that sucks.
You could tell he only gets off at like superheroes stuff.
Yeah, that's so
or,
weird.
or like big women.
Oh, muscular women. Yeah.
Yeah, like muscular big women. Or he was just kind of doing. I know this is what women like, and I know that.
Which, unfortunately, I mean,
It's a reality.
that's a tactic that guys will use.
Yeah, because they know that it doesn't happen a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's the abnormal. So
Yeah.
immediately, if I do it, now I'm higher up on the rankings immediately from whoever else.
I mean,
she's
I kind of saw that coming
Yeah.
because I was like, he was like, oh yeah, let's like not talk about me, let's talk about you. And I was like, dude, are you playing a game right now? I was like,
He's playing his
Yeah.
cards right?
yeah. I'm like,
because Renee's like, oh, I don't want to hear about her. I want to hear about you.
So the next episode, maybe we get Matt Murdock. And I
Hopefully.
did like the mid-season trailer because it does show
What's
Matt
the-
Murdock
yeah.
talking to
Jen?
and saying like, you could do what most other people can't do, which is you can defend the people as a lawyer, but also defend people as the Hulk.
Yeah.
So it's a good way of kind of like encouraging Jen
Mm-hmm.
to kind of bring in and accept who she is now.
I just want to see him in the Daredevil outfit. I don't care anymore.
The new one, the yellow red one.
I wonder, yeah,
The golden red.
The
It's
golden red.
golden red.
All right, Cobra Kai, ladies and gentlemen. Oof. Oh man, this
So,
show.
I'm gonna stay quiet for a bit
Why?
because I know
Okay, so here's my goal
I
for you.
finished
Okay,
the season.
I know you did. I know
Yeah.
you did.
And
Mark
I'm
us down
really
for an hour.
excited.
When it reaches at about 55 minutes of the show, go ahead and let us know because that way we can talk about D23 as well because we still got that.
I got 5 minutes then.
Oof.
Jeez.
you want
Give us 10 to 15 minutes to talk
Yeah,
about Cobra Kai.
yeah,
Here we go.
basically.
So, Nick, your goal is to not spoil past episode 3.
I promise nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not watched Cobra Kai
I'm
season
not even
3
gonna
or
look
started,
at him when we talk. 'Cause I feel like he's gonna make a face
yeah,
if we
don't.
say something.
Do
Like,
not, because here's the thing: if you guys have not seen Cobra Kai but have seen Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3, you guys need to see Cobra Kai. There's 4 seasons on Netflix. Season 5 just came out. Season 5 started out really, really well.
it starts out really good.
Yep.
So how about don't say anything, and then we'll bring you in towards the end. Sound fair?
Sure.
Okay, look the other way. So that way you're not spoiling anything. Okay, there you go. Good boy. All right, so
Try not to
You know
look
what?
at
I'm
him.
gonna look directly.
no,
at
shut
you.
your mouth and
No,
look the other way.
Talk.
God, dude, I swear this is working with amateurs over here, man.
So this series got released unbeknownst to us. Like
I thought it was supposed to come out like September 20th or like
Like,
18th or something
that's
like
what
that,
I
right?
thought. It was gonna come out mid-September, or maybe it was supposed to come out this time, and we literally forgot about it.
Honestly, I thought I
What
thought
did
it
we
was
just
a-
say?
I thought it was a mistake, and I just wanted to finish it.
Cool.
before it went
Hey,
down.
Nick, you're in timeout still. Thank you.
How am I in timeout?
Your
What did
timeout.
I do?
Bad boy.
You watched the whole season.
Yeah.
Thought that was our job.
Yeah, it was.
You very well know Bryan doesn't have any time to finish a season of anything
That sounds like his
on a
problem.
night. You know,
That sounds like
On a
him problem.
weekday.
yeah, on a weekday.
Sounds like a him problem.
I that's why I suggested should we watch episode 3, and you're just like, I already finished
That's
it.
why I gave you a
Like,
trophy on Messenger.
That was my achievement.
It's like,
points.
congrats, sir. Can we get back to the point?
Okay, yeah.
So let's start off with this. The production for the first 3 episodes is noticeably lower.
Yeah.
Because, let's explain this before we get into spoiler territory.
It's
of the
not a
first 3
bad
episodes.
thing.
It's
Yeah.
not a bad thing,
It's
but
an understandable.
they had to rush production here because certain actors have obligations. Specifically, the actor that plays Miguel in the show
Yeah.
is going to be playing Blue Beetle.
Yes.
Right? So
think
maybe
I
he had obligations to go to Warner Brothers and do this stuff over there.
I think a couple of the actors have some new obligations for movies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're all busy people.
They're all getting,
A lot of work.
now because
Yeah.
everyone's like, let's use him, let's use them. Yeah.
So the main theme, and maybe agree with me or not, fight it. I want a different opinion. But I went into this show excited and wanting to understand where the story left off and see where it's going. Andy made a point to say that the first episode, the first 1.5 portions of the episode were very lackluster in terms of seriousness. There were more jokes. It was more lighthearted. There wasn't anything serious. Then all of a sudden, spoiler, we get to the part where Miguel's dad reveals his true colors.
Yeah.
Immediate shift in tone.
Didn't see that coming on.
Oh yeah, that did happen in episode 3.
that's the thing.
right.
That was
like-
episode 2.
I kind of knew they were going to go that route where it was like, oh yeah, he's going to meet his dad and he's going to be different than what his mother would say. And then later on in the episode, it's in like, he's going to show his true colors. later
Yes.
on.
So it shifted, and immediately after that point happened, everything started to have some sort of like rounded conclusion
Yeah.
to bring up the next portion of the season.
That's the thing. Like, I'm watching all 3 episodes and I'm watching it. I'm like, it kind of feels like they know that people are going to watch the first 3 episodes to see where it's going to go. Because everything kind of not wraps up, but everything kind of like finishes.
It's a neat
and
little
then-
box.
Yeah, because the whole the way that they left off Miguel going to Mexico and seeing his dad, they made it feel like that was going to be maybe like an overarching thing. You know, maybe we won't see Miguel because he's doing Blue Beetle. That's the thing.
You guys
we
already
won't
got.
see him.
Did you guys get to the water park yet?
No.
Okay.
I told you
the
that-
last
No,
part.
I'm trying.
The
No, I'm
last part.
trying to remember.
Spoiler. Okay, the last part in episode 3
It's Michael's
was-
furniture store.
The
yes.
Michael furniture story. Okay.
Yeah.
I just
Okay.
couldn't remember what happens in the middle.
That's it.
No, okay,
that's
that's-
all it is. No talkie. Okay. No talkie.
And it was kind of funny that you can see that when Miguel's in Mexico,
Yeah.
they just kind of threw like signs in Spanish and like, oh, there's a little palm tree by the beach. It's Mexico, you know.
So Andy was laughing. Mete no talkie. So Andy was laughing because the first scene is literally him getting off the bus
Yeah.
and going, stop it! And basically he encounters the Australian guy who mugs him.
Wasn't
And
that
Andy-
Kano?
I think so,
It's
yeah.
Kano, yeah.
So Andy makes a comment, he's like, that's not Mexico. And I'm just like, look, man, it could be a touristy part.
Yeah.
All we know is, I mean, she said it, right? She's just like, look, it could probably be that they didn't want to be racist and just get a
Yeah.
bunch of Mexicans to mug an American. But, like,
And then
it's
Okay,
so
go ahead,
weird,
yeah.
right?
And then you see like Miguel's wife just holding a elote, and she's just walking out, and I'm like, okay, this is Mexico, I guess. You know, there's a couple of streamers, you know,
Little banners, you know.
There's like tables of people selling like beans and fruit and stuff like that. You're
They
just like,
really went generic
Yeah.
Mexico, which is fine.
yeah,
This show is as cheesy as it gets.
Yeah.
I have no issue with that. They also have the little Mexican kid with the buck teeth
Yes!
holding onto the FC Barcelona soccer
Yeah.
ball. And I'm like, yeah, could have picked anything else. Trust me, no kid in Mexico is running around with the Barcelona soccer
I
ball.
want to see a chubby Mexican kid in his tight clothes, a little husky kid,
Little
and
popsicle?
yeah, just eating a popsicle or drinking a Coke or something.
What's great, what sold me so much about it is Johnny's character, how ignorant he was the
Yeah.
entire time. And that's why I was a little more comfortable with that, because this was straight up like as generic as Mexico as it could be from like a non-Mexican, non-Hispanic person. If they weren't trying to set design
I
it.
do feel like they were making fun of 80s like movies though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of like this just this like it's very generic. You understand we're in Mexico. We're not really in Mexico, but we're saying enough Mexican things where it's probably Mexico.
I also liked when Johnny and Robbie walk into the store or like the convenience store. There's also behind them you can order food. You know, you can get tacos and then like you can get like, you know, fruit is all around them and you see like all the like just
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so funny. I was like,
It's so generic,
yeah.
right?
I was like,
So, okay. Let's
in the
move on.
in the peppers.
Yes, right? Yes,
Yeah.
generic. Moving on towards episode 3, right?
Yeah.
Because this is kind of rounding out everything. They bring in another person.
Yeah.
From Cobra or from Karate Kid 3.
3? Yeah, 3.
Yes.
That's part 3. Yeah.
Mike Barnes.
Yeah.
He's the kid, if you guys don't remember, that basically Jones Cobra Kai basically beats the crap out of.
Which we all kind of knew he was
Yes.
going to be in it, but we didn't expect how he was going to be implemented in the show.
So what I like about his introduction, right? And again,
You guys haven't even mentioned Chosen then.
no,
Oh, yeah.
because he's there, but the only thing he really does is he tries to infiltrate Cobra Kai from the inside, gets found out,
Which is
and then
a dope scene.
it
That
is a dope
actually
scene.
kind of cool.
It
And I
is-
like how he's influencing Tori.
Yeah.
Can I say
What?
that my favorite part about that, where it gets serious, because Chosen and Mike are two characters that really push the narrative that Terry Silver is the darkest snake you
Yeah.
could possibly have.
He's very
Oh, yeah.
conniving.
Chosen could have been found out at any point.
Yeah.
But it was one small detail that
Yeah.
broke his cover.
And I love that detail.
It
I
was
love it
so
where he's like,
good.
he goes, which one? He goes, from where you are? You say that he was from
Okinawa, but he said it started with a K or something like that. Point being, he said that he was from a different part of Japan.
Yeah, he said it was a different part of Japan, and he goes, I always have not bonsai, kampai.
Kampai. Yeah.
Whenever I cheers with them, they say kampai. You said bonmai, which is something that only people in Okinawa say.
Yeah. And
And
it's
he-
such a
Yeah.
clever
And
thing,
he
and
knows,
it's like,
and he knows that what was it that
I was getting like
that Daniel's old master was from Okinawa, and he's like, "You're working for Johnny." You're
that
working
gave
for
me like
Daniel." I was like,
Inglorious
"Oh my God."
Bastard vibes.
Yeah.
He goes 3 glasses.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It did.
it was
and
such
I
a
loved it.
clever little detail that break him out, right?
Yeah.
And basically move on. The other aspect I like is that basically at the beginning of episode 3, Terry goes up to Danny and says, like, don't play with fire. Do not mess with me, because if you do, people around you will get hurt and I will come after you. You won't know how, but it'll happen. What happens afterwards? Basically, Danny goes to Mike Barnes, and I love this about Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Every character that you think will end up the wrong way
Yeah.
ends up having a different story.
Yeah.
Right? Like Johnny, the rich kid, ends up being the bum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he slowly has to grow up to be that character. Danny, who has the good growing up, basically has a good arc,
Yeah.
starts to have a downfall. Mike
Yeah.
Barnes, the asshole in Karate Kid 3, ends up being a successful business owner for a furniture store.
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, he
He
has to
inherited
turn
it.
around and apologizes to Danny and says, look, I should be apologizing to you for being such a dick
Yeah.
as kids. There's no reason why I should have signed a contract that said I could own 50% of Cobra Kai just for kicking your ass. What ends up happening is,
I like how they point that out.
And they point out how crazy. it
how
is.
crazy that he had to sign that.
yes.
Like,
So, point being, Terry finds out that he tries to persuade a former student of
Yeah.
his and says, because you played with fire, I'm going after him. Then I'm coming after you.
yeah.
And the episode ends with his furniture store burning down.
Which is crazy.
That is dark.
Yeah.
as
that's such
crap.
That's such villainy.
Yes.
That I love it.
He has pushed that level, because that's the thing, is that Terry Silver in the last maybe 2 seasons, 1.5 seasons, right?
He's been in the last.
Just the last
he
season.
Just the last season.
He was introduced in the end of season 3, and then he was in all of season 4, and now he's the main villain in season 5.
What I like about that is that we kind of seen him do his acts behind the scenes,
Yeah.
where he can't get caught.
Yeah.
He hasn't hurt anyone, not himself physically.
Yeah, yes.
But not like in a way that could be.
Criminally.
Yes.
Yeah, he can. That's the whole reason why he gets which
Are you talking about the fight scene at the LaRusso's house?
No, I'm talking about when he beats up Stingray.
Oh, but
Oh.
he converts him to say that it was
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
but what I'm saying is like you're saying that he didn't do anything to hurt anybody.
oh.
He
Okay,
almost beat
I
he almost beat Stingray to death.
I could see
And
it.
then
Okay.
he then said that what was it? That what's his name did it?
Kreese.
Kreese did it.
So it's basically that it's gotten to the point where it no longer just physically affects someone. He's gone to a point where it's like, this is going to harm someone financially in their life forever. Stingray will cover. He was kind of a minor character. This is a guy that built up his life to that point to own a furniture store. Now it's completely gone. We don't even know if the guy has insurance
Yeah,
or anything, right?
that's the thing.
Past episode 3. Let's go ahead and wrap this up.
Okay.
Okay. Your thoughts on the
This is
first
what
3
I don't like
episodes.
that you
Stop
seem-
and turn around. No taki. No taki. How about this? That way you could just shut up for the rest of this like next 3 minutes. What are your thoughts on the first 3 episodes?
They were really good.
Okay, that's all you get. Next time. Just kidding. Go on.
No, they build a really strong foundation for the rest of the season. The rest of this.
Careful
I was
with your
telling-
words.
No, I was telling Rene that going further, the
Stop.
number one thing I always hated inside of the show
Uh-huh.
was the thing of no one seems to talk to each other.
Yeah.
That everybody has
That
a
was the key
fight.
thing, yeah.
That everybody has a fight because of a misunderstanding or because there was no communication between another party or the Cobra Kais or because of anything else. And then people just made assumptions, which was interesting because even in episode 3, Sozin has a misunderstanding and Daniel's trying to break up him and Mike Barnes.
Yeah.
That's true.
And like he's the first one to kind of like go like no, stop. And there's a lot of just whoa, hold on, there's a misunderstanding, and there's a lot of people actually talking to each other and coming to, an understanding of like when bad things happen, maybe we should talk this out first before fighting. And I think that's really interesting because that's more Miyagi than anything else, because they really went, okay, Cobra Kai, strike first, strike hard, no mercy. But you can see that with them talking things out and trying to avoid fights, they're embracing more of Mr. Miyagi's teachings, and they're really embracing the idea of there is no reason to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Fighting should really be the last resort, but you should never be afraid to fight.
Yeah.
You should always, if fighting is needed, then yes, you should go ahead and you should defend yourself and defend your family and defend your friends and defend what you believe in. And I'm really excited for you guys to finish.
Okay, that's it. No more. Done. Yeah, you might spoil. You might spoil.
I didn't spoil anything.
I know, but you're close to it. So we'll leave it there.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that I do 100% agree with you, Rene, in the sense that you do need to watch these first 3 episodes to see where it's headed. Because I feel like these first 3 episodes was an hour-and-a-half summary of everything that has happened in the last season and a half, and basically says, like, this is where we're at now. And we're going to get to the serious tones. We're going to get to the snake aspect of Terry Silver. We have not seen Kreese yet, which is interesting. Stop it. Stop your face. Shut your face. Shut your mouth. You turn around. I don't want to see anything from you. Stop. We haven't seen him.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see where it's headed in that sense, right? What are your thoughts on it so far?
I'm really interested to see how it's all going to end and what's going to be the cliffhanger in this season, and what's going to be introduced. I don't know. Like, there's rumors speculating they might reference the next Karate Kid movie.
Could.
But I don't know.
Speaking of which, I didn't know that Will Smith was an executive producer.
He's been
on
an
this.
executive
I
producer.
did not know.
Yeah.
I saw his name pop up like on like episode 6 when I was just kind of like, man, I'm tired. And then I saw Will Smith and I was like, Will Smith's an
He's been an
producer?
executive producer.
And
But he
apparently
basically
they're
is just
making-
like, can we make a Karate Kid show? And he's like, yeah. That's
No,
all.
and apparently he's also like producing a Karate Kid 2
I don't
With
know.
his
like,
son?
Yeah, like they're in production for
Oh.
it.
With Jackie Chan?
With Jackie Chan.
Nice.
That's
All right.
interesting.
Yeah.
I will say, turn around. I don't want to see you because I'm going to say something.
I will have a
do not
I
want.
will be
Okay,
stoic.
cover your face.
I will
Cover
be
your face.
stoic.
Cover your face. Cover your mouth too, because your mouth will quiver. I don't like that. So, I was telling Andy, season 6 is confirmed. I do think that season 6 will start with the newer All Valley tournament because it doesn't make sense to rush that aspect in
Yeah,
season
because
5.
this season takes place in the summer.
Turn around. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well,
I do say that. And the other thing is we don't want to end the series with a baby not being born.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think next season will start. They're going
Don't
to
look
be
at 'em.
seniors next year, right?
Yes.
There'll be seniors.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's one more.
Yeah.
One more season. Maybe. I kind of want it to end in season 6. We'll see. We'll see.
Oh no, that's the thing. So far, I mean, I thought they would not end it, but I thought everything would be solved by season 4 or 3 in the All Valley
They
tournament.
keep killing it, man.
But they keep stretching it, but not in a bad way.
No.
It keeps you enticed. That's
Yeah.
the thing, and I think that's what's interesting about the series is that they do a good job of like, oh, you think one arc, you think they try to accomplish their goal from the beginning of the season, and they reach it, and you're like, that's it, right? They're not gonna keep going. No, there's another problem.
There's
That's
arcs. There's
Yeah.
stories. Yes.
I can.
No.
I just hope it ends with all of them stop, like the LaRussos stop being bullies. They're all bullies.
Team Tory for life.
yeah.
Team
Wait,
Tory.
The son, I don't want to look at him when I say this. I hope the son gets more redeemable in this season because
Yeah.
so
Son's
far
a
he's
bully.
yeah.
Sam's a bully.
How's Sam a bully?
And
Team
Daniel's
Tory.
a bully.
Tory.
Sam's-
Tory.
Hold on, Tori is also a bully too. They're
Shut
both
your
bullies.
mouth. Stop talking.
Everybody's
lies.
a bully.
You
Everybody's
suck.
a bully.
You are a terrible
Tori
person.
tried to commit homicide.
Yeah, it's true.
She did
She
nothing
assaulted
wrong.
her.
Nothing wrong.
Yeah.
She left
Team
her
Tory,
bruises.
100%.
You
Team Tory.
sadistic man.
Team Tory. Tory.
I'm gonna leave you some
100%.
scars and then be like, no, man. Just because I cut her, I shivved her,
Hey,
but
it's
she
okay.
was
You know what?
bullying me.
You know what? Tory might have harmed Miguel physically, but at least
And
he
mentally.
didn't break his
And
heart
mentally.
because the man tried to buy a necklace for Sam and then broke his heart. And I was like, my man, it's okay, dude. It's okay. You know who won't break your heart?
But-
Tory.
But it's also understandable too because she
It's not
needed
understand.
time.
Stop defending Sam. Sam
No,
sucks.
but Sam is actually reasonable in this
Team Tory.
season. She's
No.
not.
I
She's-
see.
I'm sorry.
No, that's the
I'm
thing.
sorry. You don't get to talk about past episode 3.
But she is
Right now,
being
Sam's a
reasonable.
terrible person.
No, she's
That's,
not.
No.
She is a terrible person.
No, she's
hold
not.
On, hold on.
She's
in,
being-
in
she-
the
she's
beginning of
questioning.
this season, the first 3 episodes. I understand where she's
I
coming
don't.
from.
I do not
Also- You
know-
like Sam.
Also, she also had an 11 moment.
Oh, she did.
yeah.
Oh,
Tory.
in the what was it in the isolation
In the
chamber?
deprivation tank.
No, but
Team Tory.
but that's the thing though is that
Tory.
that Sam is actually a good character this year, so far.
We will see.
Well,
And-
no, so far just
Stop.
because
You're going to
she has-
ruin this.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, even up to episode 3, she's being reasonable.
She is like
Miguel left.
Miguel left
She-
and tried to find himself.
She lost the All Valley, and that was kind of like everything that she was going towards. And she thinks she failed and everything else. And it's one of those things of I don't know who I am.
I
Which-
can't wait till Miguel and Tori start dating again.
Yeah, right.
But that's the thing though is that
I
I
see
feel like she's
more-
being more reason. I feel like she's being very reasonable and just saying, hey, I'm not in a
What if-
position to date.
What if Tori goes on to the Miyagi Dojo and then it's just like it's Tori and Sam and Robbie and Miguel in a polyamorous relationship? Like that's their way of trying to be like more woke. Like,
More 2022, right?
yeah.
What if?
We got to move on.
Don't what you do?
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so
wouldn't
moving
that
on to
be weird?
D23 predictions.
Wouldn't that be weird?
So D23, since Nick is not listening and adhering to the rules of his
I didn't
timeout.
say anything.
All right, yeah, but you might have. Okay, we don't know.
I was really
Shut
good.
your mouth, Nick.
I should get a treat.
You want a treat?
Yeah.
No. Stop throwing things.
Hey, got it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I was actually kind of impressed with that one.
D23 just happened this weekend. So as of the time of recording, we only know a couple things. Disney Pixar released a bunch of information and trailers, which Andy will go ahead and list in just a couple of minutes, or a couple seconds actually. We also got some Star Wars news about who's going to be playing Ezra Bridger, which Nick is super excited about.
Who's that?
It's a Jedi.
Oh, it's Jedi.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's
Okay.
it's minor news. It doesn't really matter.
Okay,
You
cool,
could-
cool.
Shut your whore mouth.
So it's not important.
It's it's Star Wars. Like
it's Star Wars.
It's
so
Star Wars, yeah.
Again, it's
it's
okay.
Whatever.
I will fight you both.
So,
minor news.
Andy, go ahead and list off the pieces of information that were revealed by Disney Pixar today.
Okay. First one, we got Elemental.
That was just a poster, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes. We also gotten just a couple things. There's a new series called Win or Lose with Will Forte as Coach Dan. We've also got
Did you write it
Elio.
down? Oh, okay. I was like, did you
Sorry,
write-
I'm going through their Twitter.
Oh, I thought you had it on the screen.
Well, I have that, but it's a mix of both Pixar and.
Just give us a mix.
Yeah, just give us the mix.
Just give
Oh,
us the
you guys
mix.
want the
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
just
a
give us
mix.
the mix. Yeah,
Okay,
just.
well, I'm already reading off the Pixar one, so you guys are getting Pixar first.
Oh
Okay,
my
well,
god,
just-
she took
Okay,
over.
we got Elio, a boy who finds himself transported across the galaxy and mistaken for the intergalactic ambassador for our planet Earth. That's
Yeah,
pretty
it
cool.
definitely
story
sounds
about
like a Pixar.
me.
So. Definitely sounds.
Dude, you would get us nuked.
That's fine. Fallout. I'm good with that.
And Inside Out 2.
Wow.
Awesome. Not that we really needed it.
I guess we're gonna see. I guess them dealing with her teenage years more.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually would.
Puberty.
I would really like if she was past puberty, past all that, and it's her dating in high school.
Ooh,
Down with that.
That'd be fun. That'd
Okay,
be
I'm
that-
cool with that.
Yeah, because that would be totally different. Not only that, but also the people that were watching Inside Out are now reaching that age.
True.
True.
So
So-
which out of all of these are you guys most excited about? Just because I'm personally, I don't know, Pixar hasn't really been putting out like
Slappers.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
the
No
thing
bangers.
with Pixar is that there's like it feels like there's two teams working on certain things, and it feels like they're trying to pop out as much content as they
Yeah.
can.
You didn't
Maybe
like Lightyear, right?
Lightyear was good.
Did you like Turning Red?
Yeah.
I love Turning Red.
Turning Red was actually pretty
Turning
good.
Red was good, but that's the thing is until like here's the problem that I have with Pixar. Pixar used to be a hype up of things that would release because they would, take out some behind the scenes before it would release, talk about how the director can relate to the story, what it means to them, what it means to the producers
how
and
they
the
got
writers and the
here,
artists,
yeah.
everything. And right now it's more like, here's what we're announcing, this is what we're releasing, it comes out, then the behind the scenes. So you don't build up that connection.
The thing is that I feel that for Pixar, they used to have a story. Like they used to have like a story that one of the artists wanted to tell, and then it connected because it was so, it was so not generic, but it was something that everybody goes through. And that's why people really connected to it, and that's what made Pixar movies so special, because it was such a creative idea. I do feel that Pixar is now kind of factoring it, where it's just
Yeah.
like it's kind of like, okay, cool, what fits, what things work.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember the decade where it was like, you watch Incredibles and that was cool, and then the year after that it was like Ratatouille, and then it was like, okay, they came out with like one movie each year. It was
Yeah.
like always kind of like, yo, that was really good.
But they're popping them out like Call of Duty games.
That's
Yeah,
the thing, and
the-
I think it's Disney that's constantly like, we want at least like 2 movies a year and stuff.
So if Disney wants to kind of let Pixar breathe a little bit, that's fine. I'm not against them putting out 2 movies every year or announcing all these different projects over the span of 2 years.
Yeah.
What I want is because that's the beauty of Pixar. Pixar is that studio that has the producers, writers, and artists create stories that are very relatable to them. They have to have a meaning behind them. Like you watch Ratatouille's message. It's my favorite Pixar movie. Anyone can cook, right? It takes that simple aspect of a rat, someone who doesn't seem to cook, know the art and appreciate it and study it.
Well,
And you can take that into life anywhere, right?
It's also a rat is a quintessential thing that does not belong in a kitchen.
Exactly.
It's something that when it's seen in a kitchen immediately is kicked out, or it means that the kitchen is not good.
Yeah. So I don't think that Pixar is not pulling out bangers because we don't know if these movies are going to be good. It's more like we need to wait, and people are not connecting to them as they used to.
Plus, I used to kind of miss where you watch a Pixar movie and you get like a teaser of the next Pixar movie, but it's never in the movie. Like when the teaser for The Incredibles came out, you see Mr. Incredible in his room and he's having a hard time putting his suit together and stuff like that. That's like my favorite teaser.
Yeah.
And it's never in the movie.
Well,
That's the thing.
I always really liked when because I thought it was really interesting that for Buzz, there wasn't a Pixar short.
That's right.
Like, but if for Lightyear, there wasn't a Pixar short, and I remember, did I watch Lightyear with you?
Yeah, we all watched it.
We all watched it together, right?
You
And
fell asleep.
I did fall asleep. Yes,
You had a long day.
I did have
Yeah,
I had a
to
really
be
long
fair,
day.
he had a long day.
But my big thing was that I remember watching that, and I think I turned to either you or you, and I said, "Wow, there's no Pixar short. Like that's weird," because I remember when Pixar shorts used to be what the technology was that they were experimenting with for the next movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Lava You was was for Moana. And they're using different stuff, so they're using different technologies, and this was a sample
Yeah.
Well,
of what they
now
could do.
We are in post Disney Plus era.
That's true.
Yeah. So they
Yeah.
can greenlight a
And
lot of stuff.
Yeah, they have a lot of shorts on there now. So I don't think they have the necessity to do that anymore. They just put it on Disney Plus.
But the thing is that it's more of a tradition now, where it's like it had a specific short, and then you put a compilation later.
Speaking about Disney Plus, Disney has their own lineup of announcements. Let's burn through that because we still have to get through our predictions as well.
Yeah.
New trailer for Hocus Pocus 2. was released.
Did you see the Alex Myers review of Hocus Pocus?
Yeah.
That was so great.
Disenchanted with Amy Adams as returning as Giselle.
A movie that no one asked for.
No one asked for it, but it does seem interesting.
It does.
I'm excited for it.
That's one of her favorite movies.
Peter Pan and Wendy. A poster was released.
Now,
Sure.
is that a movie or?
No, it
It has the Disney Plus logo,
does.
so it might be a series or a movie that's on there.
Okay.
Is it animated or live?
It's a movie.
It looks like
it's
it's
a
all live
movie.
action.
Okay.
Confirmed.
Oh, okay.
Mufasa, The Lion King.
It's
gonna
a
tell
live
it.
action.
Yeah.
Origin story.
The origin of Mufasa.
How he got that beautiful voice.
Yeah. Talks like this. And then talks like this at the end. Simba.
The Little Mermaid. New
trailer.
teaser
Yeah, it was a
trailer.
teaser trailer.
I'm already expecting backlash on
Oh,
that.
of course.
That's the
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
No matter what.
I'm excited for it.
Dude, if you can't have a stormtrooper be African American, could you imagine our ocean's mermaids? How dare you make my ocean's
I
mermaids?
feel like I've been hearing a lot of positive things.
It's
You-
Disney.
I feel like
You get either
you're on
or.
the wrong side of Twitter.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on a
She's-
dark. I feel like I'm in
Yeah.
a darker place.
She doesn't
of
see a lot of the
Twitter.
controversy that
I was
we
gonna
see.
say I don't think she sees a lot of just
No.
like the hate.
She sees the beauty. We see the hate.
Yeah.
It's not that I want to see the hate.
No,
It's
you
just
can't
that
help it.
I'm on like IGN and everything like that, and then you just see like just racial slurs going down the thing, and it's like, oh wow, like
People like
it's-
this still around.
it's the Little Mermaid. Like you need to chill.
Yeah.
I can't believe my son or daughter are gonna watch this movie. I'm gonna unsubscribe.
How dare they do this?
Disney just lost their
This is
money
a-
from me.
Oh,
Okay,
wow,
Karen.
boo-hoo.
This is a children's movie. How could you do that? Even though Ursula is drawn after a drag queen.
Yeah.
Huh?
And it's being played by what's her name?
Oh, have they cast it?
Melissa McCarthy.
Oh, Ursula?
Is she
As
Ursula?
Ursula.
Nice.
You know
Melissa
what?
McCarthy is Ursula.
That's
That's typecasting if I've ever heard it.
Yeah, it's true.
All right. What's
That's
the
a
rest
little
of the
too
lineup?
on the nose right there.
They were like, we need a funny fat person.
So from Disney Animation, we have a futuristic version of Lagos, Nigeria, called Iwa. And I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing this, but it's called Iwaju. Iwaju. We've also got Strange World, which I'm sure we've seen
trailers
different
for it.
trailers
Yeah.
for it. Or I think just the one trailer for it.
right.
That's being released this year, November 23rd. And we got another animation called The Wish, starring Ariana DeBose as Asha.
Asha or Aisha, whatever.
Yep, and that's it so far.
So
As of right now, it's only the first day.
yes. So
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
funny how D23 started off light. They announced I love how they kind of announced all the things that kind of we were expecting to be announced. Some
was like,
Pixar
meh.
stuff, some Disney stuff.
Yeah.
And then they teased a little bit of some Star Wars with Ezra Bridger announced live actor in Iman Esfandi. Why did you get excited for him?
I'm more excited in general for Ezra Bridger because that's a very interesting.
Obviously.
Because that's a very interesting character that you're going through, and as soon as you get to the Mando episode where Ahsoka Tano was asking about Thrawn, so just as a real short, Ezra Bridger is an orphan that is on a planet called Lothal. It's an imperial controlled planet that you then find the Ghost Crew as pirates stealing food from the Imperials and giving it to the people and stealing it to give to the rebel fleet unknowingly to the crew. Ezra Bridger ends up finding out that one of the leaders in the Ghost Crew is a Jedi. His name is Kanan Jarrus. Kanan feels that there's the Force inside of Ezra, and it's calling. And Ezra's the lightsaber that Kanan Jarrus has is calling to Ezra.
Okay.
And Kanan reluctantly takes him on as a Padawan. And the thing is that Kanan Jarrus was a Padawan when Order 66 happened.
Okay.
He never finished his training, so now it's a failed Jedi training a new era of Jedi.
So what's interesting about this announcement, right? is
Yes.
That we knew that Ezra was going to be a part of this Ahsoka series, right?
Yes, they showed it over at Celebration.
I don't understand why the announcement of who the live actor is going to be was made today when they already have panels for Star Wars and Marvel tomorrow.
It's to get because what I do feel is I feel like they wanted to get people ready because I do feel that tomorrow they're going to have an Ahsoka trailer.
So let's start with this, okay? I want you to be in charge of the Marvel stuff. You're going to give me your best Marvel predictions. Star Wars boy over here, give me your best Star Wars predictions.
Okay.
I'll side with Rene. I don't know much about Star Wars in the sense of like what we might be seeing. But let's show the audience, our listeners, that they can listen to us and feel confident that we're right when we predict these things, because we're going to be 100% right in the sense of knowing what's going to be announced. So let's start with this. Nick, go ahead and tell me, what do you think will be announced in the Star Wars panel? Quick, in like maybe 2-3 minutes.
The Star Wars panel is going to have one Ahsoka. It's going to have, I think we're going to get either images like, you know, that that trailer that they got over at Celebration.
Wasn't it the Ahsoka trailer that was announced or something like that?
I'm pretty sure that the Ahsoka is going to either get a full-on trailer because, mind you, Ahsoka only started filming a month before Celebration happened. So even if they did have a lot of footage that's already done, I don't think that it's going to be complete or anything else. So we might get some images, maybe a teaser, maybe the same teaser that they got at Celebration, and it's just tweaked a little bit. I know that they're going to do the Bad Batch, which is all about Clone Force 99, their season 2, and their protection of Alpha. Sorry, not Alpha, Omega, because technically Boba Fett is Alpha. It's Boba Fett's sister.
Okay.
So the Bad Batch is protecting Boba Fett's sister. Not only that, but then I do think that they are going to announce a new couple of Star Wars movies. We did have.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, I do feel like we are going to get more Star Wars movies. To say what exactly they're going to be about, that's kind of hard because lately they've been very flip-floppy about. We had Rogue Squadron with.
But Rogue Squadron hasn't been canceled yet.
Yeah, but the director fell off.
Yes, but supposedly the rumor is that they might announce some Rogue Squadron news.
I wouldn't be surprised if Rogue Squadron was a thing. I can also see Mando is probably going to. You're definitely going to hear more about Mando. You're definitely going to hear more about Boba Fett. You're probably going to hear a little bit about. You're going to get more information about Andor. I'm wondering if Andor is going to be a multi-season, or if they're going
a limited series,
or a limited series where it's only one season.
They already said 2. They said that they already renewed for season 2.
Okay, so
that's interesting.
So so it's at least 2 to 3 years before the events of Rogue One.
So let me ask this: what is the big highlighted news piece that will be announced for Star Wars panel? If you had to pick, or do you want me to come back to you?
I do. I feel like what they're gonna do is it's going to probably be a Maul series.
A Maul, Darth Maul.
Like Darth Maul and his
You're willing
journey.
to stake subscribers right now on a Maul series.
It's something that would be interesting, and it's something that hasn't been.
Plant your flag.
Huh?
Plant your flag right now.
It's something that's interesting, and it hasn't been seen before. We've seen bits and pieces of Maul and like what he's been doing, but after the Clone Wars going into Solo, we haven't really seen what happens to Maul. And we do know that he becomes leader of the Pikes. He becomes leader of Crimson Dawn. He still has control over over some Mandalorians, and he has like this big criminal empire. I can kind of see, especially with their love of seeing where characters are and kind of using past characters that people really love. I can see Maul. I can see him getting his own series or even a movie or anything else. Like that would be kind of sick.
Okay, fair.
Or even Akira. Like that.
No, you're planting your stake in Maul.
I'll say Maul.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say Maul, but definitely Ahsoka's going to be sick. I can't
Rene,
wait to see Ahsoka.
We got about 5 minutes to predict some Marvel stuff. You want to work together on this one?
Sure.
All right, let's work together on this. Let's try to make the best prediction possible.
Okay.
Nick just planted his stake on Maul, right? So anyone that is
And-
right.
And man, I'm hoping I'm right.
If you're right, any listener that has got up to this point has to subscribe or has to follow us. They have to, right?
Yeah.
They have to, because Nicholas just saved us right now. He just got us 10
I'm
subscribers,
hoping.
right?
Yeah, I'm hoping.
So,
Yeah.
here is what we think will be announced in the Marvel panel, right? So they didn't present anything new for Phase 6, but they pretty much outlined all of Phase 5, right? They might show some more Black Panther footage, I think.
Yeah.
Right? We can comfortably say that. We did mention Ant-Man and the Wasp, some footage.
I think they're either going to show like a teaser or it's like Kang, like
Yes.
a scene from Kang.
Well,
in it.
remember the teaser that we got at what was it, at Comic-Con? It wasn't for, it was only for attendees.
Yeah.
So we might just get that teaser.
We might. So there's that, right? So they might showcase all of that. Bigger pieces of information. Apparently there's a leak that says that Daredevil got leaked with a new title, new graphic and everything. So we might get some updates on that as well. But you are staking on Deadpool 3.
Yes.
That is your big prediction.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me why.
I just feel like that's the one thing that they haven't announced yet, and Ryan Reynolds has been constantly just talking with Marvel Studios in and out. He's been like leaving subtle hints that they are working on it and stuff, but they can't say too much about it until it's made official at D23. I feel like that's when they've been holding out the entire time since the Fox buyout. They're like, okay, we'll plan it out. We'll see how far we can push the limits within our grounds, and we'll announce it at D23.
And just so audiences know, hey Nick, can you tell me what date does the camera say right there?
A blur.
Or how about now?
A lock screen.
Okay, how about now?
A blur again.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right.
It's September 9th.
September 9th, guys.
September 9th.
Friday,
We're
September.
predicting this
And I feel
prior
like
to the event.
if I had to plant my flag, I feel like they're gonna show us like a video of Deadpool in the cinematic universe.
Gotcha.
I think that Deadpool's costume might change a little bit.
Yeah, it could be altered.
I think it's going to be changed a little bit. I think you might get what I think would be so awesome, especially since it was the thing that got everything started for Deadpool, is to have an animated version of an opening or something like that in the Marvel universe to kind of show you this is what Deadpool would look like in the cinematic universe.
How funny would it be if Deadpool's reveal was scenes of the MCU and he's in the background somewhere? That would be interesting.
I think it'd be more interesting if he's watching the MCU.
Okay, that'd be
that'd be fun.
Him sitting on the couch and like you see like Captain America planting a shield and everything like that, and then like he turns off the TV and his like little fuzzy unicorn slippers, and he goes, "Well, isn't that insane? That's news here."
Okay, here's my. I'm gonna say two, but I'm gonna plant my flag on one. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to say. I'm saying this because I'm very hopeful. I want it to be happy. I want it to be real.
Spider-Man movie. We already know.
No. They might announce another Spider-Man movie, but the big one that I want, John Krasinski as Reed Richards for Fantastic Four. I want that confirmation to happen.
I want the full cast because it really because the way that
Emily
news
Blunt as Sue Storm.
the way that news has been coming out, it kind of sounds like they've been closing a lot of contracts for the Fantastic Four, and I do feel, and there's been a lot of like movie rumors, and there's been a lot of casting rumors of so and so is going to be playing Fantastic Four or Sue Storm or whoever, and around now would kind of be the time to start saying this is your Fantastic Four.
So, plant my flag, not on that, but I am hopeful. John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, Sue Storm, Reed Richards. That's what I want.
It's not Emily
It's
Blunt.
hopeful. We're hoping. Here's where I plant my flag. X-Men reveal. Some sort of mutant confirmation in the MCU.
Like
to be
live
revealed.
action?
Live
Or-
action.
oh, okay.
Not X-Men 98 or anything like that.
Yeah.
I want a live action mutant reveal and talk about where they discuss how they're going to be bringing in the mutants into the MCU. Because they're going to end Phase 4 pretty soon with Black Panther. It only makes sense for them to announce how and where we're going to see mutants be relevant in the MCU moving forward, or what they might even do.
I do think that in Black Panther they might explain mutants with Namor, because why pick Namor
Yeah, when he's a mutant.
when he's a mutant?
Yeah.
And his background does rely heavily on mutant kind.
Yeah.
So you can always structure your story around it where yes, there are mutants out there, yes, they are in hiding, but they are some of the most strong. They are some of the most powerful people in the world.
Yeah. So, if we are right in any of these predictions, you have to subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on our socials.
Yeah.
or follow us on any audio platform and leave a 5-star review, because we're that confident that we are right, because Nicholas over here has predicted he's got an 80% accuracy.
I do actually.
Yeah, he
That
does.
I swear to God, if I look tomorrow and I see a giant thing that says mall,
Go on our Instagram.
I swear
Celebrate.
to God, I'm a screenshot it and be like, I called it.
Yeah.
I said it. Issue 114, baby. All right.
I swear.
So we
I'm
got to
so
wrap up
excited.
this issue
Yeah.
Okay.
because we are reaching our end. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here at
Yes.
issue 114 at Keeping Up with the Nerds. Follow us on any socials on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Go ahead and comment anytime you guys see the new posts go up. Let us know what you guys think about that issue if you guys are listening to us. Listen to us on any audio platform, wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean, and Spotify. Leave a review where acceptable. All the information is in the description as well. And if you guys want to see us visually with exclusive skits only on YouTube at Keeping Up with the Nerds, 125 subs. Let's make it higher. Let's go 5 more
Yeah.
by the time this issue comes out. 130. That's what I want to see. 130. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Let us know what you guys think. Also, check out Our Real Addiction, our partner podcast that does all movie news. They always come out on Thursdays at 11, Keeping Up with the Nerds, Wednesdays at 11:30. And also go check out our website, keepingupwiththenerds.com, for all the up-to-date information, because we've got some new stuff coming out there pretty soon. With that said, are we ready to wrap up this issue?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
This has been Keeping Up with the Nerds, issue 114. My name is Rene.
This is Bryan.
And Nick.
Signing out from Undercity Comics. We'll see you all